what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, got a couple of Crawford videos coming. He sat down with Brian Custer and talked about, everything, from Nebraska football to Green Bay Packers to, who he want to fight, out of all the fighters if he could, regardless of weight class. So let's get into it. And shout out to Brian Custer, the last Stand podcast. Man, he done a great job, man. And shout out to Cluster Sports TV. He got an interview with him, man. So that's good that, a lot of these guys are coming down to the slums. That's what I call it, man, because, you start off at YouTube, you had a lot of guys like Roland Martin and a lot of the bigger guys that's with Fox and saying this should be for professionals and people on YouTube shouldn't do it. When I started YouTube in 14 or 15, a lot of people telling me, oh, you suck, this, that, and the third, and just hating. And, if I listen to them, hey, I wouldn't be where I was at today, right? So, a lot of people coming down to the slums and, they're learning that we got pretty much more free will of speech than they do. And, shout out to everybody that's trying to get on the grind, you know what I'm saying? So, they talk about a lot of things. One of the things that you probably going to want to know the most, and I put the interview in the description or the source link, is why he signed Top Rank. And he said he signed the Top Rank, even though I know it's more than this. He said he kept signing the Top Rank because he wanted the Pacquiao fight. And he said that's why he primarily stayed there. He thought that was a fight that they was going to make. It's probably a fight that Bob discussed. And he just said, when he fought Rios, he wanted to fight. But you got to remember, in Pacquiao's defense, which you won't hear me say that too much, he had just got knocked out by Marquez, okay? So, I mean, I get it, you know what I'm saying? So, he said that's why he stayed at Top Rank and he tried to chase that fight, man, and, Pacquiao never wanted it. He said that he wanted $20 million and Bob didn't come up with the $20 million, which Al could come up with the $20 million for Broner. At least that's what they saying, but, he talked about that, man, and he went into Errol Spence as well. He said that, he kind of gave a synopsis on how that fight would kind of go. And basically he said that, he don't think Errol Spence is going to try to pony down on him. He don't think he try to go walk him down and be aggressive. He think he's going to try to, I think I'm going to articulate a little better than he did. He said he think he's going to apply smart pressure on him, but pretty much keep his range. And he said that, he known to switch his style up. He known to, be able to switch styles and change the pace up. And he said if Errol Spence can't keep up, pretty much he gonna get ran over like a Mack truck. So, he kind of gave, his synopsis on how he see that fight going, saying that when he play fights all in his head, he never see himself losing. And that's a little different from Mike Tyson. We'll talk about him in a minute too. A little bit different from Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was in fear of losing, and fears what drove Mike Tyson to be a great fighter than what he was. And he could be lying, but, be honest, why would you envision yourself losing? But he basically said he just got too many flavors for Spence, and that he's a fan of Spence. He said he used to watch him in the amateurs and, watch him in the Olympic team. And he says basically business. He actually like him. He actually a fan of him. But he said it's business. And he just said, basically if he can't keep up with him switching the style and switching the pace, he just said, see yourself winning. Brian Custer asked him, he said, who do you win, Spence or Crawford? He said, I see myself winning. That's basically a dumb question. He said, basically, he don't think Spence is going to try to come at him. And basically saying if he do try to come at him and get in his wheelhouse, that he going to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So he said he don't even think he going to try that. But really pretty much he said he prepared for whatever, and he got into some of the guys he want to fight. And I'm going to do another video for that one where Bob said, he said the same thing. But he said that, he broke it down saying that PBC fighters can fight him. He said he fought John Molina, he fought Felix Diaz. They was PBC fighters, and he felt that Al doesn't want to give him the top job. He said Al ain't a promoter. Al only can advise them to do to do this and do that. But what he got to understand is when that contract came out from Golden Boy, a fighter can't go get a pack of rummy noodles and eat it without Al Haymon signing on it. And I say that jokingly. So Al has to sign off whenever they do. That's why they only take 10 or 15% out or 20% out versus the going rate of 33%. Okay? It's because Al Haymon has full reign and power over your career, what you can and what you can't do. Now, I'm pretty sure if you go to Al and say, I can fuck this dude up, Al will probably be like, okay, let's do it. If you're really adamant about it, because Adrian Broner did it versus Marcos Madonna. But he said he opened the fight, and, Kell Brook called him out, but Kell Brook stuck in the UK, so he don't know if that's going to happen. He opened the fight in Ugas. He opened the fight Keith Thurman. He opened the fight Shawn Portr. And basically, he talked like him and Shawn Portr boys. And he said, well, Shawn Portr, when he had a belt, he wasn't looking to fight me. And I said I wasn't looking to fight him because we boys. But when he don't got a belt, all of a sudden people say I'm ducking him and stuff of that nature. He said, man, but when he had a belt, he wasn't trying to say my name, and they wasn't trying to make that fight. And he right, Bob Arum contacted Shawn and Kenny Porter about that fight. I know that for sure. And they said no. They sticking with Al Haymon. Now, he tried to get them in a long-term deal, I would imagine, from the way it was put to me. But, he said he'd take Kell Brook over Ugas right now because Kell Brook is more accomplished. And he also said that Kell Brook was beating up on Errol Spence's ass, and if it wasn't for the Golovkin fight, he probably would have fucked Errol Spence up. He said he don't even count the Golovkin fight because he shouldn't have jumped up there. But he said with the Kell Brook fight, he said he was beating Errol Spence till his eye got hurt. And a lot of people should believe that. And I had him up a little bit in that fight. And Errol Spence, I just don't think it was the eye. Errol Spence stepped the pace up on Kell Brook, and Kell Brook couldn't keep up. That's straight up and down. Man, you want to blame it on the weight cut or whatever. Errol Spence he was just a dog. He still is a dog, as long as he don't get held back by the injury. But he gets stronger as the fight goes on. Not of late. It's been of lately that he been getting tired and punching himself out, and that's because he had a weight he shouldn't be at. Now it's starting to catch up with you. When you get close to 30, when you get to 30, your body starts to change. Your bone density, your muscle mass. You start to get, more of your grown man body. You look at some of the, the top bodybuilders, in boxing. In weightlifting and powerlifting, all of them in their 30s or 40s. You know what I'm saying? That's because that man strength there along with the other shit they taking. But he spoke on them and saying that outside of Errol, he was named for the fight, Ugas, Shawn Portr and them. He said that, Keith Thurman would be the biggest fight, and he still want to fight Keith Thurman. He broke it down how, these dudes could fight him. They just choosing not to fight him. He said that Keith Thurman said, you send a contract, I might sign. He said he probably been hearing what Brian Custer been saying, and he schooled Custer, and he talked about his resume as well too, and I get there, but he schooled Custer because Custer was just talking shit about him, right? But, if one of us talks shit about you, he won't interview with us. I don't give a fuck. I don't do interviews. You know what I'm saying? A lot of channels base they channels on interviews and, needed somebody else. I was like, I wasn't going to do that with this channel. I did interviews back in the day. I ain't need it. You know what I'm saying? But he basically broke down his resume to him, and he broke down why PBC fighters can't fight him, and they just choosing not to fight him. But let's get to the part where he broke down his resume. He said that, nobody was talking shit about Jose Benavidez until after the fight he beat him, and then it was about his knee. He said, like, I'm taking them as they come, and he said this stuff before, and he says that, man, I'm beating these dudes that got O's. He said the only guy he fought at welterweight that had a loss was Amir Khan, and he said, you never seen nobody outbox Amir Khan like that. And he right. Not even Canelo, not Danny Garcia, a lot of these dudes, you know what I'm saying? And he said that even with Kavaliauskas, he said he was a gold medal winner and, two-time Olympian. He was a tough fighter. He went to Jeff Horn, and basically he said, you ain't never, Jeff Horn just got done bullying Manny Pacquiao. He said, you can't say that fight wasn't close. He said he just bullied Pacquiao, and he didn't win a round versus me. And I knocked him out. I did something that Pacquiao couldn't do, but people trying to discredit me, and that's just boxing. When it comes to people you don't like, he's on like the Larry Holmes list. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call it. People just didn't like Larry Holmes for whatever reason because what he did to Muhammad Ali, and people just didn't like him. And you'd think he would be able to sympathize more with Deontay Wilder, and I'll get to what he said about Wilder. You'd think he'd be able to sympathize a little bit more to what Wilder went through, but Wilder, Clarissa Shields, and Terence Crawford is just on that, people just don't like him. And I'm not just saying white people or brown people or Asian people. I'm talking about Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Black people don't like them. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's the dark complex, bro. And a lot of times, the people don't like the real shit. You know what I'm saying? When you be real, man, real ain't, how can I say it? Real ain't real sexy on retail. You feel me? Real ain't real fruitful. People don't want the truth. Your girl like, oh, don't tell, I'm not going to be mad. Tell the truth. If you really did this, that, and you tell her, she get mad. People don't like the truth. Some people say people only lie out of fear. A lot of times people lie because people don't want the truth. Even when they say they want the truth, they can't handle the truth. You know, when these dudes get to speaking facts and speaking the truth, and people don't like it. On top of that, you talking shit and you talking real shit and you dark-skinned it. You know, people don't like that. You come from Flint, you come from Tuscaloosa, you come from Omaha. You're not coming from LA, you're not coming from Dallas, you're not coming from, Oakland, you're not coming from none of the boroughs in New York. You coming from a place where we didn't expect, with a skin color that we don't really like. And there's a lot of people out there. If you see School Days, when you had the light skin, dark skin complex issue in that whole movie, it's the same thing in real life. And that plays a huge part on why people don't like those people. You know, Crawford can be nice and he can be cordial, and Wilder can be nice and be cordial. And when he was nice and cordial, Deontay Wilder, people still didn't like him. So talk your shit and be about what you want to be about, because they've been pick and choose still not to like you. But like I said before, he broke his resume down. And he right. You know, all of a sudden people were saying Manny Pacquiao got beat by Jeff Warren, and then when Crawford beat him, people, he robbed Pacquiao. And like he said before, I stopped him and he didn't win a round. And you say you can't say that Jeff Warren fight wasn't close, and it wasn't, versus Pacquiao. And I watched him, and he went into a situation where he said that, when he was chasing Manny Pacquiao, everybody was saying, why you chase, all the writers and all the fighters saying, why you chasing that old man? Leave him alone. He old. Why you chasing him? Oh, don't chase Manny Pacquiao. And then he said when he switched over to PBC, a lot of the shit changed. Pacquiao still got it, and he the best, and we want to see him fight Errol. We want to see him fight Danny. We want to see him fight Keith. He said the narrative changed, and what he got to understand is when he joined Top Rank, the power had already shifted. When Top Rank got kicked out of HBO, especially when PBC joined Fox, and PBC and still have Floyd going and stuff, most of the writers started to change their narrative and roll with the winning team, as they tend to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the writers are going to, write about PBC now, because they the winning team. Now, you still going to have some that's going to pledge allegiance to Bob, and that's going to stay down with ESPN and the whoop-de-whoop and with the Zone and stuff of that nature. But look at Dan Rayfield, where he at on Impact Network. That's a PBC affiliate Christian network. So Dan Rayfield and got in bed with the enemy. And that's one of the reasons why, I understand it's business. But when you got writers that have been writing shit about you for years, and you allow the Stevie Kims and they calling you the Black Hitler and all that shit, and you allow them to come into your Larry Merchant been talking shit about black fighters for years. You supposed to be a black run company, which none of these companies are truly black run and black owned. That's another conversation for another day. But Al Haymon allows these dudes into the media room, and then he's denying dudes that protect him. That just shows you don't matter. As a YouTuber, as an independent journalist, or as a dependent journalist working, if you black working with Yahoo, you don't matter. Imagine if you wrote a piece about Al Haymon as a brother and you said something on here, they're going to deny you. But Stevie Kim can talk all the shit about him, and no casual fan don't even know who the fuck Stevie Kim is, so Stevie Kim don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You don't need Stevie Kim. It's more YouTube dudes and independent media that get more hits than Stevie Kim. So why is he allowed to keep going in and out? So it makes no sense to me. But like I said, Crawford said that Pacquiao was getting all this praise and he getting all this love going over to PBC, and they all saying they want to see the fights. And it's a popularity contest. It's something that you can't control. You can come and bring donuts, Krispy Kremes. You give all the media Rolexes, all this shit. If they don't like you, they don't like you. There's nothing that you can do. You just on the Larry Holmes list. You just got to show them that, you different. You know what I'm saying? You just got to defeat all odds. And Floyd Mayweather knew that. He said, I tried to play the good old boy image and be nice and talk nice. They still wanted to niggify me. And he had to be. He said, fuck it, I'm going to play the role. And with people saying, like Andre Ward telling Shakur, like, oh, just be yourself. And Crawford said this as well. Oh, they not, when they close some doors, they call you a nigga anyway, ignorant nigga. Regardless, you could be nice like Shakur, you could be nice like Floyd, you could be nice like Ward, what they call Ward. Everything under the sun. SOB. And when they close the door, they call him a half-breed nigga. And he conducted himself the same way. He got the same hate. The difference between him and Floyd is Floyd said, you know what? I'm going to take that hate and I'm going to make profit off that shit. So they got the same results. They got the same backlash. Floyd just got the bigger bag. Floyd just played the role. So don't be stupid enough and not play the role. The money is the motivation. I don't give a fuck what none of these other dudes think about me. As long as the bag hitting, dog, and my family love me or they respect me, I'm cool with it. But, he moved on, and he asked who was his favorite fighter that he wanted to he watched. He said Tyson Fury, when he was asked would Fury win a rematch, he said yeah, even though he friends with Deontay. He just said he knew Fury, when Fury got up and won that round and took his Deontay punch, he knew that it was going to be over, and he knew Tyson Fury was, really talking like he was going to walk, and he was going to go out to Wilder and dish the punishment. He said he knew that was coming. He said, this is what he said. He said, I knew it was coming. He said, I knew he was being honest, and pretty much you don't see the third fight going a different way with Wilder and Fury. He said that, Fury just on another level. They asked him if he could fight any fighter regardless of weight class. Who you want to fight? He said Vasyl Lomachenko. He said that's who he want to get down with. And we know that's personal. He ain't going to say it, but we know it's personal. It's personal because they saying he the best fighter on ESPN, the best fighter in the world. And he said basically you want to prove to him, he one of the greatest fighters of all time as far as his overall amateur body of work. And you want to see how he would approach a fight with him. Talking about Loma, how he'd approach a fight with Crawford. So he also talked about Nebraska football, and basically he picked Brett Favre as a greater quarterback over Aaron Rodgers, and Nebraska passed up on Joe Burrows, and they need to get better recruits. And he said they don't regret joining the Big Ten. And he talked about a lot of other different things, man. He gave us top 5 welterweights. I think he kicked Danny out and put Shawn in there because Shawn beat Danny, but I think it was Shawn, Keith, him, Spence, and Pacquiao. I think was his top 5 if I'm remembering correctly. But it was a great interview. Check it out. He talked about a lot of different other things. Also talked about Mike Tyson. He said he would still want to see Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield fight. He said, why the fuck not? He said, hopefully Mike Tyson don't bite Holyfield ear. So, people got an interest in that fight. I really don't. But, hey, I guess I'm like everybody else. I'm going to tune in and watch. But, hey, I appreciate everybody for checking in. I'm going to put the link in the description to the interview he did with Brian Custer. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate is share the video one time for the one time we go.